What do you want to know?
It seems after the commander was murdered, things got complicated between you and the Peacekeepers.
Oh, that's an understatement. To be more precise, our situation got fucked up. But Lucas, he deserved to die. Since the plague, nothing has hurt the locals like him. It was on his order that the Peacekeepers seized our windmill. To support themselves, they take a large part of our crops and water. In return for what? Protection? I can protect my people myself. I started learning that when I was a kid.
Why did Barney bail on me?
Crystals are valuable. We needed them for a transaction. And now, you'll be able to help.
Like I did with Barney and Birdie? It didn't feel like much of a help.
Barney was in shock when he heard about Birdie. That's why he bailed on you. He wants what's best for the Bazaar, Aiden. He thinks he'll protect us all. He's really just a kid. He was just a teenager when our mother died. But even earlier, when he was little, we were always on our own. Now he's an adult and he doesn't need anyone. But he hurts himself the more he tries to help others.
That spat with Carl. What was that about?
Let's just say the PK commander's death only made our problems worse. Look around, Aiden. What do you see?
Something people outside the walls could only dream of.
All these people will be dead by the end of the month.
Why?
Because in short order, our water supplies will run dry. 2 weeks ago, a local thug named Joe and his pal Jack took over the only water tower in the area with their gang. Not long ago, they lived in the bazaar. But Carl threw them out for pulling scams. And now they're taking their revenge. They mined the tower and they're threatening to blow it up if they don't get a weekly tribute in the form of medicines, food, and crystals.
And all these people, don't they know anything?
Not how low the water reserves have gotten. I was gonna handle it, but Carl was afraid of causing a panic. Instead, he went to the PK for help. Of course he came back empty-handed. They're only here to help themselves, certainly not us. They could care less that Joe took the tower and demanded protection money. My mother used to say, never bargain with extortionists, when she was still in charge here.
Wait, so before Carl took power, you...
She led the bazaar with an iron fist, and Carl listened to her. After her death, he became full of himself, and he got cocky.
Wait, didn't your mother want you to succeed her?
I know what she wanted for her people. Community and freedom. That's what she always said. But don't ask me what she wanted for me. I don't know if I even existed for her at all. She was a great leader, but a shitty mom.
What are you gonna do?
What I have to do. I promised to help Carl. So while he's in charge, we're gonna pay off Jack and Joe. And they're gonna keep squeezing more and more out of us.
And so on and so on.
The most important thing is for my people to be safe. You've proven that you can be trusted. I want to ask you for help. Carl believes Joe will live up to his side of the bargain and that he'll give us access to water. But I'm skeptical. I have to send people to negotiate with bandits, and I don't want any surprises. Carl and our people have already set out for the spot where the deal will go down. Make sure everything goes smoothly.
So I should guard them?
Yes. From a discreet distance.
King, I've never seen someone botch a job so badly.
Aiden? Something's up. Susie? You there? Sophie! We're under attack! What? Susie, what's going on? It was a trap! Run! Fuck. Susie? Ralph? Aiden, hurry! They've got all the crystals, everything we have!
I see bandits. Oh, and a lot of bodies. Sophie, I'm sorry.
I knew it! I knew those motherfuckers would betray us. Fuck them, Aiden. Kill them all.
Yeah.
Don't remember inviting people here. This should be fun. Here! He's here! Have this, fucker! Hey there, jackass! You're dead now, fucker. Ready for this? Yeah, baby! Choke on this, asshole! Duck! I got something for you, you piece of shit! You're mine now!
Made it. There are no survivors.
Fucking animals. Find the crystals. Susie had them.
Susie?
Carl. They took Carl
What? Where?
to their camp. We must...
Susie? Susie, where are the crystals? Susie? Sophie, I found Susie. She's dead.
I can't believe it. First Birdie, now her. Damn. Damn. Damn!
There's nothing you could have done.
No. Except that I sent them there.
Joe's men have kidnapped Carl. And I don't see these crystals. Fuck! Oh, shit. Fuck!
What?
The goon. Huge, ugly motherfucker.
He's slow. Just be careful. Search the other bodies, Aiden. Maybe the crystals are still there.
Sophie, everything's been taken.
Probably took them before you got there. Everything has gone wrong. All right. Enough of this playing defense. Let's meet by Jack and Joe's camp on the roof by the overpass. We're gonna go after Carl and our crystals. Jack and Joe will pay for this shit show.
Aiden, how's it going? You alive, man? Fuck, I'm getting sentimental. I haven't said that to anyone since my third divorce.
I appreciate it, but don't get your hopes up. Not the marrying kind.
Learn anything about the commander's murder?
I heard Sophie's brother mention something about Lucas's death. That's all so far. Now they have a bigger problem. The bandits you mentioned, they took Carl hostage.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, exactly. I'm helping Sophie get him back.
Good. Gain her trust. That might also help us find out what they know. Just watch out. They might be suspicious, but if you can do it, Ato will let us into the center.
Tried to pollinate you. My aunt says viral spit cures pimples. I'd rather not ask how she knows.
Hey, Herman. Where's Sophie? Hey, why were you on the mission? Friends could have used you. Okay. I guess that means I should wait here.
Come on.
Mia? Mia?
the matter with you?
Mia, where are you? Mia. Oh, no. No, no, no!
Jack and fucking Joe will pay for what they did. I had a bad feeling about it from the start. I had a feeling Carl's plan sucked, and yet I let him lead.
Why didn't you send Herman on the mission? They wouldn't have stood a chance against that beast.
Him? He's strong, but as helpless as a child.
He's one damn big child.
You don't understand. Herman's almost deaf. He used to be my mother's bodyguard. He's been around us as long as I can remember. And after she died, he stayed close to us. One time, the lights in my shelter went out. The infected broke through a window. Herman blocked the path and tossed a grenade into a nearby infected. He survived the explosion, but lost his hearing. In a face-to-face battle, he's nearly unbeatable. But if he's caught from behind, he's as vulnerable as a child. A killer combination, especially for him. That's why I prefer to keep an eye on him. Sometimes I wonder if he's watching over me, or I'm watching over him.
Don't beat yourself up. Things could have been worse, too.
If I had listened to myself, we'd have water, and more of our people would still be alive.
You were just doing your job. You were following Carl's lead.
Yeah, but I won't let him lead the Bazaar to its doom.
I see. You think Jack and Joe could have had something to do with Lucas's murder?
Joe, perhaps. He's a total psycho, and a thief. He knew the Peacekeepers would hang him if they caught him. But Jack wouldn't let him. He's a coward. He thinks rationally.
Alright, so what's the plan now?
From now on, I'm following my gut. Last time something like this happens on my watch.
If you'd hurried back there, maybe some of our guys would have made it. I thought a pilgrim like you was supposed to run like a fucking gazelle.
Barney, shut up!
What? If he'd have made it in time to help, we'd be having a party, not a wake. In case you change your mind.
He can be a real pain in the ass. But we'll do something good for the city one day.
Birdie, to your health.
I gather you were close with Birdie?
He tried to be a poet, kept showing me his work and said all the other guys were too stupid to understand. I never told him how bad it was. He was a good kid. I took him into the group when he lost his father in a dark zone. He was 10 years old.
That's pretty young.
Too young. But he had no one else. So I took him in.
If you manage to take out those bandits,
Jack Cock and Joe Cunt.
You think killing Messieurs Cock and Cunt will change something?
Death usually changes a lot in a person's life. Carl was wrong. We should have gone after them right away. But right or wrong, we have to help him. He's one of us. We'll rescue him and retrieve the crystals from Jack and Joe. Besides, I won't let them get away with killing my people. Ralph, Susie, Logan, Birdie, they deserve revenge. And Jack and Joe sentenced them to death. So they'll die. Your radio.
Yeah, it picks up static sometimes.
Go see Alberto. He can fix stuff like that on the spot.
Thanks.
Hey, so here. Leave, but make sure no one sees you. You two make a pretty pair, Aiden. I'm on the roof nearby. We have to talk.
Now.
It's about saving your life.
I'll tear them apart. I swear, I'll gut them. Real slow. Piece by piece.
Inhibitor container detected.
Everything. Let's talk.
What do you want?
I don't like what's going on here, Aiden. First, Jack and Joe's bandits killed Carl's people. Now Sophie's getting ready to retaliate. You're not a part of that, are you?
But you said you wanted me to get close to them.
I'm gonna search Sophie's camp. That's why I came to warn you. Rumors have started. You found the Lazarus for me. They may suspect you of being a PK spy.
That doesn't seem like it. They seem happy to take whatever help is offered.
So they say. But those people hate us, Aiden. Along with anyone who works with us. So if they do suspect, especially someone like Sophie...
I can handle them.
Lucas thought so too, and look how he ended up. Be a pity if I found you in a ditch somewhere, with a piece of your hide cut out.
You came here just to warn me?
You helped me with the Lazarus. And I take care of my allies.
Sophie's just fighting for water, that's all. I don't think she suspects anything.
You think so? She hates the Peacekeepers. She blames us for not helping the Bazaar, and for her mother's death. So when we start questioning her people, you better be careful.
Thanks for the warning.
You gain any intel for our investigation?
Sophie's also wondering who killed Lucas.
What else would she say? They know if we can prove they killed Lucas, it'll be a bloodbath. Find out from Sophie when she's planning the attack. Keep me informed where you are. Be careful. Go help Sophie. But be careful, Aiden.
It's time for...
It looks like Sophie's not here. I better look for her.
Must be...
Dad, it's still early.
Just if you want to talk.
I'm looking for Sophie. Where'd she go?
Said she had important business to attend to. But you can wait here with us. If you came to find out if I have a boyfriend, I don't. Which doesn't mean you have the slightest chance with me. Because you don't.
If you think I was interested in whether you have a boyfriend, I wasn't. Which doesn't mean if you change your mind about my chances, I'll change my mind too.
Fine. What brings you?
Did you take care of Barney today? That guy is like a neon sign that reads Big Trouble.
Right.
Me and you are the same, only the other way around.
Yeah, have you seen Sophie? I'm looking for her.
Oh, it's our brave fucking pilgrim. Been looking for you. Drink up. Cheers.
My throat's sore. Don't want you to catch anything.
I'm unfucking touchable. The nastiest plagues can kiss my fucking ass.
Hey, did you get your radio checked by that dumbass Alberto?
That kook. Can't ever finish a sentence he starts. Must have a brain made of Swiss cheese.
Show some respect, Humphrey. Alberto's a genius with weapons and armor. What's your big skill? Farting into a harmonica and calling it music? Hey, you mangy pricks! Say your prayers. Barney's coming! And he's gonna kick your derrieres. I'll rip out your brains, then your hearts.
Herman, it's better for the world when you're quiet.
One thing.
Hey, have you seen Sophie?
Sophie? Yes, she went... she said that,
She went that way.
Exactly.
Thanks.
Wait! There's more. One more thing. Something's wrong with not working with the... It's broken. That, oh.
Dad's asking if there's something wrong with your radio?
Oh, it hisses sometimes, but as long as it works, no point messing with it.
Can I ask you a question?
Sure. Call me Aiden.
Vincenzo. Aiden? How do you become a pilgrim? Does that mean you're a murderer?
Vincenzo! Why? What do you... Why would you...
Dad, I'm asking because I'm curious. Will you tell me, Aiden?
I'm not that exciting. I've had to kill people, but I'm not a murderer. All being a pilgrim is to me now is a means to an end.
To what end?
Vincenzo, leave him alone!
To find the only family I've ever known.
Did you?
Not yet, but I might be close.
I hope you succeed. I've never found Federico.
Who?
Federico. He was my best friend. We were like brothers. We'd known each other forever. He disappeared like the other kids because of those fucking tests.
Tests? You mean GRE tests?
You heard that when they built the walls, they were trying to create a vaccine here? It all fell apart in a couple of weeks. One day, Federico vanished into thin air. We'd been playing football. I went to my house after that. He went home too. And I never saw him again. I'm sure they took him. And that's not all. You see, he wasn't the only child who went missing that winter.
There were others?
2 girls disappeared from the building next door at the same time. And more, all across the city.
And none of them have ever been found?
No, but based on what Federico's mother said, I have a feeling I know what happened. Federico had been in the hospital a month earlier with pneumonia. His mother was told that some GRE doctor had ordered blood tests, but they wouldn't tell her why. A week after he was released from the hospital, he was gone.
Do you remember this doctor's name?
No one knew, and no one at the hospital would say. Only that he was on classified GRE business. Then, everything went to hell. The GRE collapsed. After that, some of the kids were sighted in the central loop. But not Federico. Every day, I wonder what happened to him.
I hope he's alive. And that you find him someday.
Out of your league.
I'm here.
How's your radio? Working now?
Sometimes it works. Sometimes, no. Roll the dice.
Susie, Logan, I swear I'll tear them apart and eat the pieces! Bertie! Ralph! To your health! I love you.
What now?
Do you remember the beginning of the fall, Aiden?
Vaguely.
I remember it as if it were yesterday. We'd been defending the church against infected for some time. My mother was in charge. She was losing dozens of people every day. She was keeping everyone alive while I was keeping an eye on Barney. She begged the peacekeepers for help, but they ignored her. Eventually, she was injured. It was dawn. They led me to her, to the roof of the sacristy. She saw me and made me promise to look after my brother. She said it as if she was lending me a car and asking me to have it returned intact. After that, she appointed Carl as her successor, with me at his side. You'll grow up to be a far better leader than Carl, she said. But while the world is burning, people won't listen to someone so young.
She was wrong.
I've been thinking like that all my life. But not anymore. Now I understand my mother. You have to be ruthless to be a leader. I wasn't ready then. I am now.
I think I know what you're talking about. And I know what loss is like.
Talking about someone in particular?
About my sister.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, maybe you don't have to be. We'll find out.
That's why you came to town. For her.
Yeah.
Sophie, we have to talk.
Time to act. The quicker we do this, the less prepared Jack and Joe will be.
Aiden. Aiden. And we started on the wrong foot. A sip of courage.
Should you be drinking this much before the mission, Barney?
Me? I got the toughest liver in Villador. Worry more about yourself, Pilgrim.
Where's Sophie?
There. On the rooftop. I'm watching you, Pilgrim.
We'll see who gets who. Apparently the Peacekeepers are watching us. I'll let them see what happens to Jack and Joe, and that we can do it to them too.
Well, you said it was time to act.
We're acting. I sent 3 scouts towards the camp. Carl and the crystals must be somewhere inside the building. Not many guards. Most are probably asleep. There are a few entrances to the camp. The front one is suicide. It's got the most guards. You go in first, we'll move in from the other side. And then we'll catch them in a pincer movement. If anything goes wrong, we retreat to our base.
Where?
The Tango Motel.